All right, we're tracking two storms in the west, one leaving, another one arriving. This second storm, and when you take a look at the graphic here, you'll see early week, late week. This was the storm that Joe Lumberger and I were talking about last week, that if this upper level low, if it would take more of an inland track, it wouldn't be a big deal for California. But if it was offshore, it would be a very big deal for California. Well, it's going to be offshore, and it's going to be a very big deal for California. Now, one storm leaving. Here comes that late week storm. A lot of the energy still offshore north of Oregon. Now watch what happens. I'm going to show you the upper level map here. And what's happening is, here's the upper level low right off the Oregon coast. But you see all this energy diving down off British Columbia. What that's going to do is that's going to continue to come southward. You could see the energy key where you have lots of yellows and, well, especially the reds. That's where you have a lot of energy in the atmosphere. Watch how that energy comes down, and all of a sudden you cut off this upper level low. Where? Off the northern and central California coast by Friday. And this is going to be like a big bowling ball that comes south and then comes right into Southern California. Now remember, the way the topography is in Southern California, a lot of the mountains are facing to the southwest. So what you're doing is you're bringing this cold air aloft and you're ramming all of this Pacific moisture into these mountains. And that's why the precipitation with this storm is going to be heavier in Southern California than what you're going to see in Northern California. Watch this baby just rotate in Friday night and Saturday. See how that just comes on in. So think about it. Not only do you have the Pacific moisture, not only are you upsloping, that air being forced to rise along the southwest side of the San Gabriel and San Bernardino Mountains, now you're colder, cooling it aloft. So that makes for an ideal precipitation maker here in Southern California. Now, the impacts are also going to be in Central and Northern California, as we talked about. And not only are we talking about heavier precipitation, but there's going to be some strong winds. Again, especially in Southern California. But heavy snow will fall once again. Where? In the Siskiyous and the Central and Northern Sierra. And snow levels are going to be exceptionally low, probably down to about 1,000 or 1,500 feet with this system. This is going to be a cold storm. Certainly accumulations like we're seeing in these passes are nothing unusual about so far this year through the northern and central Sierra. But boy, I'll tell you what, I-5 through Shasta County, you're only talking about 3,000 feet through that pass, 18 to 24 inches. That may shut down I-5 Thursday afternoon into Friday. Then we watch this system move southward. As far as rain is concerned, I think it's a soaking rain in Central and Northern California, anywhere from a ½ inch to an inch and a half of rain. That's a decent storm for California this time of the year. But notice the yellow from about Santa Barbara County, Ventura County, all the way down toward Los Angeles County. Where you see this yellow, I think you're going to get at least 3 inches of rain. So in the Los Angeles basin, I think you're going to get about 3 to 4 inches of rain with this. And then in the mountains, these are some of the highest snow totals that we've seen in quite some time in Southern California. I want to go over the passes first. Now, this is Tejon Pass, what we call the Grapevine. That's I-5. That takes you from Los Angeles County into the San Joaquin Valley. We're calling for 12 to 24 inches of snow. This pass will be shut down. The worst of it will be Friday in the Saturday, probably Friday afternoon in the Saturday. Soledad Pass, this takes you through the Tehachapi Mountains. This is 12 to 18 inches of snow. Same thing, late Friday into Saturday, this pass will get shut down. Now, Cajon Pass, this is lower. This is only about 3,700 feet. This is I-15. I think this could get shut down for a time, but travel is going to be very restricted through this pass. And then you start looking at Big Bear Lake, Wrightwood in the San Gabriel and San Bernardino Mountains. You're talking about 2 to 3 feet of snow. And I think in the higher elevations, especially in the mountains of Los Angeles and Ventura County, you can end up with over 5 feet of snow. I think the snow totals that we're going to be seeing in these locations are going to end up being some of the highest totals we've seen in probably decades, especially in the mountains in Los Angeles and Ventura County. So this is easily the biggest winter storm that we've seen of the season across California. The rain will produce some localized flooding. I think a lot of these passes will be shut down. And I think as a whole, travel in Southern California late Friday and the Saturday is going to be very limited. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, check out these other videos here and be sure to subscribe for new content and the latest weather news from AccuWeather.